Hello students, welcome back. I am Lisanshu Goyal. I hope you all are fine and doing well at home. Students, we have started the chapter number 3, data handling. In the previous video, we have learned how to find the mean of the given observations. First of all, we will recall what is mean or how do we find the mean. Mean is the average of all the given data. We can find the mean by dividing the sum of the observations with the total number of the observations. So this we have done in the first video. So students, now we are going to continue our exercise 3.1, page number 63, question number 5. I hope you all have done the third and fourth question which I have given to you as homework. Fifth question. Following table shows the points of each player scored in the 4 games. Students, here 3 players are there, A, B and C. Each player has played 4 games and their marks are given to you. You have to find in the first part, find the mean to determine A's average number of the points scored per game. It means students, for the first part, you have to find the mean of the player A. The observation of player A is 14, 16, 10, 10 and you have to find the mean of A. Part, the scores of player A are given. We know that average is the total sum of the observations divided by the total number of the observations. So we will find the total of the scores of the player A upon total number of the games played by A. So it is equals to 14 plus 16 plus 10 plus 10 divided by A player has played 4 games, so divided by 4. So on adding, it is equals to 50 upon 40, 50 upon 4, or they will be cancelled out with each other on the table 2. So it becomes 25 upon 2. Now on further division, it is equals to 12.5. So the average of player A is 12.5 scores. To find the mean number of the points per game for C, would you divide to the total points by 3 or 4? Why? Students, in C you can see that C has played game 1, game 2 and game 4. Only 3 games has been played by player C. So total number of observations is 3. So in this case we will divide that sum by 3, as third game has not been played by the player C. So mean is equals to total points of C upon total number of games played by C. Since C had played only 3 games, that is first game, second game and fourth game. So total number of games played is 3. So we will divide the total by 3. C, which is equals to 8 plus 11 plus 13 upon 3, which is further equals to 32 upon 3, which is further equals to 10.66. Therefore, the mean of the player C is 10.66. In the same way, students, we will find the third part. B played all the 4 games. How would you find the mean? Since here B has played all the 4 games, so the total number of observations is 4. In the similar manner, we will add the scores of the player B and we will divide it by 4, which is equals to 18 upon 4. that is equals to 4.5. Performer. Students, to find the best performer, we will compare the mean of A, B and C players. Mean of A is 12.45, mean of B is 4.5, mean of C is 10.66. Since the mean of player A is the highest, so A is the best player, A is the best performer. So students, your sixth question. The marks out of 100 obtained by the group of students in a science test are given. Students, in the first part you have to find the highest and the lowest marks only. As you can see that students here, the highest value is 95 and the lowest value is 39. Now range is highest value minus lowest value, 95 minus 39. And then you have to find the mean. You will find the mean yourself. So it means students, you will do this sum yourself. Question number 6. Question number 7. The enrollment in a school during 6 consecutive years are as follows. Find the mean enrollment of the school for this period. Students, in the 7th sum also you just have to find the mean. You will add all the given observations and you will divide the sum of the observations with 6. The total number of observations here is 6. So in this way you will find the mean. Question number 8. The rainfall in a city on 7 days of a certain week was recorded as follows. The days and the rainfall are given, students. First of all, you have to find the range. Students, here you can see that the highest value is 20.5 and the lowest value is 0, right? So here you will find the range by subtracting them. After that, mean you will find. I'll show you how. So students, here the data is given to you. Now you have to find the range. So you will find the maximum and the minimum value. Rainfall is 20.5 and the minimum value of the rainfall is 0. Range is maximum value minus the minimum value is minimum value. So the maximum value is 20.5 minus minimum value is 0. So 20.5 minus 0 is 20.5. So in this case, the range is 20.5. Have to find the mean. Mean, you have to find the total rainfall divided by the number of days. Total rainfall will be 0.0 plus 12.2 plus 2.1 plus 0.0 plus 20.5 plus 5.5 plus 1.0. Now when you will add these, how you will add? You will remove the decimal. You will change it to the fraction. Now it has become the like fractions. So students, you very well know, if in case of like fractions, you just add or subtract the numerators directly. So in this case, 10 will be the denominator and you will directly add the numerators. Is equals to 413 upon 10, which is further equals to 41.3. Therefore, the mean rainfall is, total rainfall is 41.3 divided by number of days is 7. So the mean rainfall is 41.3 divided by 7. Now you will remove the decimal again. So it is equals to 413 upon 7 multiplied by 1 upon 10. Now when you will divide 413 by 7, the answer is 59. So it is equals to 59 into 1 upon 10. 9 upon 10. Now in the denominator there is 1 0, so we will leave one digit from the right hand side, so it is equals to 5.9. Therefore the mean rainfall is 5.9. How many days was the rainfall less than the mean rainfall? Students, the mean was 5.9 millimeters. Now you have to check which numbers are smaller than 5.9. The numbers smaller than 5.9 are 0, 0.0. This is smaller than 5.9, 0.0, 2.1, 0.0, 5.5, 1.0. So therefore, total 5 days have the rainfall which is smaller than the mean. Therefore, on 5 days, rainfall was less than the mean rainfall. The heights of 10 girls were measured in centimeter. यार अपने फोन साइलेंट थे मुझे फोन. Now the heights of 10 girls are. Now students, in the first part, what is the height of the tallest girl? You have to look for the height for the tallest girl. It is 151. What is the height of the shortest girl? 128. Height of the shortest girl is 128 centimeters. What is the range? How will you find the range? By subtracting the shortest height from the tallest height. What is the mean of the height? You will find the mean. After that, how many girls have height more than the mean height? Students, in the same way, first of all, you will find the mean. Then you will look for the values which are greater than the mean height. So this was your 9th question. You will do yourself. Your next topic is mode. Students, as I told you, mode means the number which occurs more frequently or which occurs for the larger number of times. It is called as the mode. Page number 64 of your book. Mode of a set of observations is the observations that occurs most frequently. That is called the mode. Now find the mode of the given set of numbers. Students, first of all you will arrange the numbers with the same values together. That is, in the ascending order you will arrange. Now here you can see that 1 has occurred 3 times, 2 has occurred 4 times, 3 has occurred only 1 time, and again 4 has occurred 2 times. So it means 2 has occurred more times. So the mode in this case is 2. It means the value which occurs more time, it will be the mode. Now students, if the values are large, in the previous example only 5, 6 or 7 terms you were having, but if you are having a large number of terms, for that first of all you will make the frequency table. From the frequency table you will look which term has occurred for the most of the times. As in this case, 2 has occurred for the most of the times, that is 14. 2 has occurred 14 times. So in this case, the mode is the 2. Done in this example. First of all, you have made the frequency table. You have listed all the margins of the victory in ascending order. After that, you have counted the total number of 1 appears here. How many times the 1 has appeared here? It is 9 times. How many times 2 has appeared here? 14 times. So you will count the total number of times one digit has appeared. In this way you will make the frequency table. After that you will go for the highest frequency. Now students, what if the given set has more than one mode? Yes, the set can have more than one mode also, students. For example, in this case, 2 and 5, they both have occurred 3 times. So in this case, 2 and 5, they both are the modes. It's median. In the beginning, as I told you, median, it refers to the mid value of the given data. Median refers to the value which lies in the middle of the given data. First of all, students, for this we have to arrange the data in ascending order. After that, we find the mid value of the given data. That is called the median. 3.2 first question. The scores in the math test out of 25 of 15 students is as follows. Total number of students appeared for the test are 15 and the marks of the test is 25. Now in this case we have to find the mode and the median and we have to check whether they are same or not. Here I have arranged the given data in the ascending order. Ascending order means from smallest to the largest value. So from here you can see that 20 has occurred for the maximum number of times. 20 has occurred 4 times. So the mode in this case is 20. And here you will count the total number of observations is 15. So you will leave 7 terms from the left hand side and 7 terms from the right hand side you will leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 terms you have left from the left hand side and here also from the right hand side you will leave the 7 terms. So this 20 is the middle value of the given data. So in this case median is 20 because here the number of observations is 15. By using the formula, if n is odd, n means if the number of observations is 4, then the formula of the median is n plus 1 by 2th observation. So in this case, n is 15, total number of observation is 15. So it is equals to 15 plus 1 upon 2, which is equals to 16 upon 2. 16 upon 2 means 8th observation. 8th observation means which is on the 8th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 20 is on the 8th position as I told you earlier. So in this case median is also 20. Mode and median are 20. They are same. Your second question is, students, the runs scored in a cricket match by 11 players is as follows. Students, the scores of 11 players are given. In this you have to find median and mode of this given data and you have to check whether they are same or not. First of all, students, you will arrange the given data in ascending order and you will find its mean. How will you find its mean? By adding all the observations divided by the number of the observations. So on simplifying, we get the mean as 39. We have to check the most occurring observation. Since 15 has occurred 3 times, which is maximum of all, so mode is 15. Now the total number of observations is 11. Since again n is odd, we will use the formula median is equals to n plus 1 by 2th observation, that is 11 plus 1 by 2th observation, that is the 6th observation. So from the beginning we will count, we will go for the 6th observation. So on the 6th position 15 is there. So the median is 15. Students, you can see that mean, median and mode, they are not same. The weights are given to you and you have to find the mode and the median again. Since here the 15 students are there, again the n is odd. So in the similar manner, first of all you will arrange the numbers in the ascending order, and after that you will find the median and the mode. And in the second you have to check, is there more than one mode? You have to check. As I have told you in the example, there can be more than one mode also. You have to check whether there is only one mode or more than one mode. So you will do it yourself. And question number 4 is also same. Are your homework. Now fifth question, tell whether the statement is true or false. The mode is always one of the numbers in the data. Yes, students, as I told you, we always look for the number which occurs more frequently, and we always see that number in from the given data only. It means that number will be present in the given data only, so it means it is true. So your first is true. The mean is one of the numbers in the data. Students, whenever you find the mean, it can be possible that it belongs to the given data or it cannot be possible. Mean can vary. The means you have find from the given data, you can check whether in every case you have got the answer which is from the given data or not. You will find it is not always true. The second is false. Third, the median is always one of the numbers in the given data. Students, since we always look for the median in the given data by us arranging them in ascending order, so it is true. The data 6, 4, 3, 8, 9, 12, 13, 9 has mean 9. Students, here you will check given data and you will check whether it is equals to 9 or not. After checking, we got the answer 8. Since 8 is not equals to 9, therefore it is wrong. So students, you will practice these sums at home and you will do the sums at home. Stay home, stay safe, students. Thank you.